Welcome back to the channel. Now some would say, in a last minute attempt, the prosecution is begging the court not to allow Vybz Kartel and his 3 co-accused to escape justice and a technical blunder. So they are not saying that a technical blunder did not occur, but they are begging the appeal court for a retrial, saying that the technical blunder should not be a reason why the men escape justice. They were quoted as saying, "It is in the interest of the public in Jamaica that those persons who are guilty of serious crimes should be brought to justice and should not escape it merely because of some technical blunder." Acting Director of Public Prosecution, Claudette Thompson, said, "There are remedies to address constitutional breaches regarding delays in cases. The courts have been and should not dismiss a matter due to pre-trial publicity, as the criminal justice system has within it sufficient safeguards to mitigate against the risk of prejudice," the prosecutor stated. Note that the court says they don't believe that granting somebody bail is sufficient to address the rights breaches in Vybz Kartel's murder case. Now, some people are calling this a potential blow to the prosecution. The Court of Appeal indicated that granting bail is not sufficient to cure rights breaches if Vybz Kartel and his co-accused are ordered to be retried for murder. Prosecutor Tugwell conceded that the men's right to a fair trial in a reasonable time has been breached and could be infringed upon by a retrial. These are things admitted by the prosecutor's office. However, she said there are remedies such as bail which are open to the court to address the constitutional violation. But the court is saying no. And this is what the judge said. The men being granted bail would still not guarantee them a fair trial and a reasonable time frame. Being able to say yes, go home to the family and see the family would not remedy or cure the fact that they would not be getting trial in a timely fashion. I guess all the prosecutors are looking at it. Prosecutors are saying, if the case is going to take long and them get bail, then they must still be on the road for long. And it seemed like prosecutors may have misunderstood the question from the judge, because the judge then pointed out the issue is not about getting bail, as the prosecutors, they would try to present what they want to present. As you see how things play out, as we have seen with other cases that have been, in the media. When a defense attorney is seeking bail, normally the prosecutor shows up, presents evidence, and suggests why bail should not be granted. But that is always up to the judge. But what this lead judge for the 3-judge tribunal at the appeal court is saying is that it is not about getting bail. It's more about getting a trial in a reasonable time. Because what the prosecutors seem to not be looking at is that these men have already been incarcerated for over 13 years. These men have been seeking and waiting for a retrial for the said amount of years. Remember, the case was appealed right at the trial. After the appeal, the case was dealt with to be sent to the Privy Council. And the judge's view was in favor of the argument raised by John Clark, one of the defense lawyers in the case. So, of course, supporters are saying that this is a good sign for the defense team. People who look on it from a political point of view is saying that, well, at least in one scenario, the judges did agree with what the defense attorneys were saying, that the court could not guarantee a trial in a timely manner. Means the court can't tell you when the retrial will start. Basically, I go in basic terms, the court can't tell you when. The last time the Court of Appeal sent a case for retrial in 2018, all know it not start. Them never know. Them have to send for the file them from the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court tell them, say, yo, that case not started. So them don't know when it would have start. Prosecutors that say, yes, them admit. They don't know when it would have start. But them must say one of the remedies would be to grant the men bail. So if the case is going to take long to start, Them can go home to them families. And we know whichever time frame, if it take 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, however long it takes for the case start, at least the men would be out on bail. The appeal court has said that's not a real remedy though. Because the real issue is the case itself. Will it be done in a timely fashion? And if it can't be done in a timely fashion, is it a waste of resources? Is it infringing upon these men's rights without a clear right? While prosecutors might be just thinking about the case and how it is presented to the judge, judges have to think about the justice system as a whole, especially appeal court judges, which is Jamaica's highest court. That them have to think about how the judicial system is seen and viewed by the public as a whole. Them have to think about the fact where people are talking about the backlog at the courts, talk about how workload is being added to the court system. Them have to think about the facts of the prosecutor that say, yo, the people have to go pay for this, which is true in our scenario. Remember, a taxpayer money fund everything, and money we borrow. Remember the budget read by Parliament, and you know how money I spend. Remember, the justice system is under a ministry. It's under the Ministry of Justice. There's a minister, there's a budget feed, the whole works. People might not know, but there is a budget for the ministry, just like for all ministries. And that's why you see the judge that asks about the cost. Some people say, why a judge that asks about the cost? Because that come from a budget. But you know what that same budget is used for? For everything else within the justice system. Whether it be paint the building, pay people, deal other things with cases, the world works. At the same budget. And I want a different budget. At the same money. Because think about it. When they believe say, yo, the justice system have endless resources, all the security forces now have endless resources. So when they believe say, yo, the courts have a budget where the money just can't done, while the police forces they can't pay police certain amount of wages and them can't afford to give them certain equipment and them can't afford certain amount of new vehicle. No. Everything get read out in our budget. And that's why the judges that ask these questions. And when the prosecutor said what she say, it sound away. But it was the truth. Some might say because it's her first time being a DPP, she said it the way she said. She don't know the thing work. And that statement alone made the judge look upon the case away. It make people who read these articles look upon it away. People just hear it. Remember, the people might ask for things on the island, and the people want resources, the people want infrastructure. And the people want the resources of the island to be used to create infrastructure. Give them road to certain places, running water in certain places, street lights in certain places. So if you say, yo, millions of dollars, I got pay back to the Privy Council, and then more millions I got use for prosecute again. Some people have different views on it. So people don't just really see it one way. But talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Of course, if you're new to the channel and just a pass through, click the subscribe icon and the bell icon, and of course, put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. And tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them for check out the channel, check out the reasoning, and also join the discussion. The comment section open 24/7. It never lack it. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. Or we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Now, of course, my sentiments to you and yours. I want to live, love, and prosper, and want to stay tuned. Now, a quick recap. Now, the judge is saying if a retrial should be granted, none of the things that the prosecutors are saying would be remedies for the issue that the court has brought up, which is if the retrial would take place in a timely manner. Something the prosecutors can't guarantee because they are not the court. And when the Court of Appeal looked into a matter that was sent back for retrial, they realized, say, yo, a years now them send it back for retrial and know it not start. So they must say, with Vybz Kartel's case being a special case, is that too much of a right or a breach of rights, too much of an infringement upon Vybz Kartel and his co-accused rights? Tell me what you think. Of course, until the reason again, live, love, and prosper, and stay tuned.